Hi guys, let's look at the last exercise of this chapter, exercise 14E. Before we move on, let's revise a few things that we've learned in this chapter before we start solving the questions from this exercise. So let's look at it. It says the first concept that we did in first exercise was that a point which satisfied equation of a line, which means let's say this is my line. If this point lies on this line, then it will satisfy the equation of this line, which means if this is x plus 2y is equal to 4, the coordinates of this point would satisfy this equation. Similarly, this equation will be satisfied by any point lying on this line. Perfect. Next was if I have to calculate the slope of a given line, then it can be calculated by the formula m is equal to tan theta, where theta is the angle which it makes on the positive side of the x-axis, or the formula y2 minus y1 is equal to x2 minus x1. So this is the formula that we've been using a lot in this chapter. Next, a set of two parallel lines will always have their slopes equal, so m1 will be equal to m2. In case two lines are perpendicular, then the slope of those two lines, the multiplication of this, which is the product of that, will be equal to -1. A point on the x-axis is x0, a point on the y-axis is 0y. If these three standard equations, or the standard equation of a line is y is equal to mx plus c, and then how to form that equation, we have, if we know the slope of the line and we know a point on the line, then the formula that we use is y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. So this is another very important formula that we've used throughout this chapter. And a special case, in case both the x intercept and the y-intercept are given, then the equation of that line is x upon a plus y upon b is equal to 1, where a is the x-intercept and b is the y-intercept. So that was in short whatever we've done in this chapter. Let's look at some questions. So this is exercise 14E, question number 2. So line segment joining a and b is divided in the ratio by point P. So let's do a rough diagram. What it means, it says this is my line segment joining A and B. So this is point A, this is point B, this is 3, -4, and this is -2, 1. This is divided in the ratio 1:3 by P. So this is, let's say, point P, and this is dividing it in the ratio 1:3. So we need to find the coordinates of P. Next, find the equation of the line through P and perpendicular to something. So there is a line which is passing through P, and this line is perpendicular to a given line. So let's say this is making an angle of 90 degree, and this line is 5x minus 3y is equal to 4. So we need to find the equation of this line, and we need to find the coordinates of point P. So this reminds me of what we did in the chapter where we calculated midpoint and section formula. So let's use section formula. So using section formula, what I get is P is equal to m1 x2 plus m2 x1 upon m1 plus m2. Similarly, the y coordinate would be m1 y2 plus m2 y1 upon m1 plus m2. Let's substitute values. So m1 is 1, x2 is -2, and m2 is 3, and x1 is 3 upon m1 plus m2, that's 1 plus 3, and the y coordinate would be 1 into 1 plus 3 into -4 upon 1 plus 3. So this is -2 plus 9 upon 4, and this is 1 minus 12 upon 4. So this would be 7 upon 4, and this would be -11 upon 4. So the coordinates of P, that the first part of the question I have solved. Let's look at the second part. The second part says find the equation of the line passing through P and perpendicular. So slope of 5x minus 3y is equal to 4. Let's calculate. So this would be written as 3y is equal to 5x minus 4, which means y is equal to 5 by 3x minus 4 by 3. Therefore, slope is equal to 5 by 3. So slope of required line will be equal to -1 upon 5 by 3, because the multiplication of 5 by 3 into slope of required line will be -1. So this is equal to -3 upon 5. So this is the slope of the required line. Now the equation. So equation of required line will be given by y minus y1. So a point on this is 11 upon 4. So y plus 11 upon 4 is equal to -3 upon 5 x minus 7 upon 4. So this becomes 4y plus 11 upon 4 is equal to -3 upon 5 into 4x minus 7 upon 4. 4 and 4 gets cancelled. Let's cross multiply. So this is 20y plus 55 is equal to -12x plus 21. Let's take, I have left very little space, so let's take everything on one side. So there will be 20y plus 12x plus 55 minus 21, that's 34, plus 34 is equal to 0. So that's my final equation. But before I say this is the final equation, I realize 2 is common, so I have left very little space. I'll write my answer here. Dividing both sides by 2, I get 10y plus 6x plus 17 is equal to 0. So this is the required equation.